Good morning, everybody. Just going to do a little preparation for today for the big three. I plan on buying today. That's because WEED is oversold on the hourly time frame. I would love to see a flush first thing. We're looking at key daily supports approaching. So we have our support down here. These are must-hold supports for the bulls. Otherwise, we have a prolonged lower high, lower low pattern, and we will head back towards the $15 range if we do see a break of 1662. So I'm looking for the bulls to hold 1662 today, and I'm looking for the hourly chart to see a bounce either at 17 psychological or just below it after a little quick flush below some stop levels, because if we do drop down below the low of yesterday, first thing this morning, 1735, we will see this hourly RSI down in the 20s. That's a buying opportunity for me, and that is what I am going to be pouncing on today. And I'm choosing this WEED out of the three just because that daily support is so clear. And we look at these other names, APH and ACB, and we have a significant pullback, but there's no real support nearby. So it's a lot harder to gauge that level in terms of when a target when to be looking to buy. So right now we're looking at 1043 support and then 10 psychological, and the next real support is previous resistance of 948. So there's a gap to fill at 1025. We've got 10 psychological, but the hourly time frame for APH is not nearly as oversold. So we're up here still in the 40s. It's a significant difference, which is why I am choosing WEED. On ACB, the hourly RSI is more oversold. If we do break the low of yesterday, 657, we will be in oversold territory. So this is another play, but you have to keep in mind there's some negative sentiment now with that officer selling shares in terms of selling at the top. And just a little side note, I don't get into the fundamentals too much, but people are trying to make excuses for this. There is no excuse. If you're the officer of a company and you put out a hostile takeover without contacting the company, you drive your share price up, and then you unload 700,000 shares at the top, that screams red flag to me. And I don't care which company comes out on top in the long run. As you all know, I'm trading and could care less who the winner is, but that is a big red flag. For the past 2 weeks, what's gone on with ACB is just, it reeks of penny stock, really. So ACB, that negative sentiment has me staying away from it. That RSI, I would like to play it otherwise, but I'm not liking the fact that that bearish news is being perceived by the market. And same thing, we have a lack of support here. There's a bunch of gaps. There's no clear level like there is on WEED. So that is my game plan. I will be buying likely in the first 20 minutes of trading. I can imagine that we're going to see a quick flush down and then a quick bounce and turnaround. And let's just look at that WEED hourly chart again one more time. And we're going to be looking at the 15-minute chart, actually. We need to see a shift from lower highs and lower lows to higher lows and higher highs. So if we do flush down and see a break of 1735, we'll look for the bounce to take place. We'll look for the top of the bounce to be hit, and then a higher low and a higher high on the 15-minute time frame will indicate that the momentum has shifted back to the bulls. And you can see we have not seen higher lows and higher highs on the 15-minute time frame since this little oversold bounce attempt back a few days ago. So for the past couple days, it's been some clear lower highs and lower lows, and we're looking for that to shift today, but we need a little bit of a volume climax at the bottom, and we'll see if 17 psychological support can hold. So we'll see how it plays out. It all depends where we open, too, in terms of what that RSI level is going to look like on the hourly first thing, and we will be covering it live. See you then.